Hello, hello. Probably gonna need to do some testing with the audio. I just got a new mic stand, or a mic stand. Didn't really have one before. And yeah, it might be a bit loud. So I'm gonna test that shortly. Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Sounds good. There is some static. Let's see if I can fix that by just unplugging the mic. Okay, did that help? Okay, did that help? No. Maybe I just need to turn it down a bit. Which might be good to do regardless. I still hear it. I don't know if there's anything I can necessarily do about that. But regardless, hopefully that's not too big of an issue. I should sound a lot better. My mic is actually like, you know, in front of my face now. So yeah, all the issues that I was having before should be resolved. Okay, I was just testing that because, yeah, the PNG tuber is not reacting. That is, let's just hide that temporarily. That's a bug with this app. Or like it's not, it sounds like it's, or to my understanding, it's a bug with like the coding software with Godot that it runs on. And I don't know if there's a good solution for it. Aside from, you know, hoping it doesn't do that. I guess it probably did it because I unplugged my mic. So if I just don't do that, hopefully it'll be fine. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing just a short little Easter stream today. I'm intending for it to be short anyways. I thought it would be fun to just like scatter some custom eggs around my base. So that's what I'm gonna do. got some lovely hot chocolate with whipping cream. Oh, almost forgot to change the scene, but I did not forget. There we go. These are my resource packs. Full of stars. Oh, all the cat sounds. They're lovely. Okay. Oh, I want these. Yeah, they're all just up here now. I don't know how many of these I'm gonna use. Probably a good handful. Also, I think I want to use shelves for this. So I need a lot. I'm glad the recipe is at least 1-to-1. What if I do? Yeah, that does work. Okay. You can go over the edge to do just like a one single action. But yeah, I'm glad the recipe is 1-to-1, like block to shelf conversion. And it's not like 6 logs for one shelf, because oh my goodness, that would be brutal. 21, that's probably good. I hope. Actually, I don't have enough levels for this currently. But yeah, I believe if I just do... Yeah. Trans egg. I don't have like specific... I don't have specifically like Easter themed patterns. I think that could be fun. But a lot of work to have that compatible with like every single color. Just like one pattern would be so much. Maybe. Maybe there's a way you could do it where it's not terrible. But yeah. Now let me just... Yeah, mouth is still moving. The stream delay makes that hard to check sometimes, so it's faster to just tab out and see. Yeah, starting with the main two for myself. Is that the main one? I should open... I should check the full list that I have. I love that I can just search up Fractures 3D and like that's what comes up. It's actually like the first result. I guess that's probably, that might be Google history taking my history into account. But yeah, it's also just like a regular rainbow. Yeah, I think this is maybe the more like generic. Well, it is just a rainbow. Either way, that one's nice. Might do that one as well. I don't think I'm gonna do all of them because there's a lot. But yeah, I think this is like a very fun way of doing like Easter eggs. Is just the pride flags, because they're very colorful. And they're all stripes, like it works pretty well. What does this one look like? It looks good. Oh, yeah. I should be able to do most of them. Oh. Right, that's a thing that anvils do, because they're annoying. I'm actually going to make 2 of these because I'd like to have one in my bundle. I guess I probably shouldn't do that for the time being. Yeah, I'll keep it in here. Ping? Oh, I just did that one. Yeah, it would be rough to lose a whole anvil if I were to die. Hello, Dylan. Gonna be lurking because you're pretty tired. I hope I'm doing well. Thanks. I hope you're doing well as well. I'd say I'm doing well. Today's been good. Yeah, I'm just naming some eggs to some custom pride eggs that I have in my pack, and I'm just gonna scatter them about in my world. I probably I think I'll just do like all of the normal striped ones. There's some with like some more unique shapes on them. Let's see, is this another one of those? Yeah. I think I'll leave those out. Oh goodness, I swear I can spell. That one's nice. That one's interesting. Okay, I think I need more levels, but I think maybe just one more? See, I'm looking at the list. I think I skipped... Yeah, the circle. But that's another like unique shape, so I'll probably leave that one out. I don't think I did this one. Or, no, I did. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just one more. Just the... demi-gender egg. I could probably just run out and spear a couple mobs. I didn't even realize I leveled up. Okay. All of my little kitten cats. The new baby mobs are just so adorable. I don't know if I'll ever get over that. be difficult. There we go. I think just put one of them like right there. I need my brush. And then probably place this one somewhere in here as well. Hang on first, there was some mob drops that preventing them from despawning is not a huge deal, but I'd like to grab them. Oh, a bow. Well, that can't go in a bundle. Yeah. Okay. Where could I put this? It is supposed to be hidden. You know, that's kind of nice just in general. So maybe like that. Might also be a little bit too hidden. Maybe I'll do that one. And then put this one in this room as well. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Okay, now to just hide these randomly across my base. And of course, harvest some honeycomb while I'm here. don't need to be like super hidden. Just kind of out of the way in places you might not normally look. I wanted to put one under the bridge here. This one's not very hidden, but could be fun regardless. I'm not sure I realized the shelves are directional in that way. I guess that makes sense though. 'Cause yeah, you can just place them on the floor of a block. Oh, the little baby bee. I was thinking about it. The baby bee might be my favorite of the baby mobs. And as much as I absolutely adore kittens, I think the baby bee is just like particularly... it nails the cuteness factor. And it just, the fact that it can work so well as just being like a different type of bee, if that's what you want to go for. It's really nice. Okay. So I was watching the some hermits and some of their friends doing like a bingo card involving the new baby mobs. It was like a sponsored stream, official sponsored stream, and one of the challenges they had was to get a chicken bomb. And I don't know what people would normally call it. That's what they were calling it in this instance, but it's where you throw an egg and it hatches 4 baby chickens, which I did not know was a thing. But having learned it's a thing, I realized that is that's actually happened to me in this world. There was one time when I threw an egg and there was 4 chickens, and I'm like, did I throw 4 eggs? What happened there? I had no idea. They had the... Oh, hello, little one. They had the rates for it turned up, but normally it's like 1 in 256 chance or something. So that was lucky. Little family of kitten cats. Pick up some pumpkins while I'm here. Would it look excuse me. Would it look weird if I put a shelf there? I think a little bit. It's worth a try. An egg here could work pretty well. I don't want it to interfere with the sugar cane's ability to grow. So maybe right here. I'm mostly just picking the eggs at random. Let's see, I don't necessarily want any to be too far out of the way. Yeah, I can have maybe 1 or 2 in the barn. feel like one in the chicken coop would be fun. I don't know where I would want to put it. Maybe just like right there. That could work. Let's see, has that worm chicken grown up? I don't think so. Kind of hard to tell, but I think I would be able to notice it. Yeah, I could also... could maybe put some like regular eggs with the special ones, so the shelf is a bit more filled in. Oh. Right, you gotta do singular. Oh no, there's grass. I guess grass can spread from 2 blocks like this. Well, either I'll just replace all of these whole sections with coarse dirt at some point, or just maybe just like this area put in a bit of coarse dirt, or just not worry about it. It's not really a big deal. Oh, the little baby pig. I'm so pleased to have a bunch of just like permanent baby mobs around my island. That's so lovely. What did I just pick up? I don't know. think this is a very fun little idea. Just have a little bit of these like hidden surprises scattered about. Oh, that's interesting. All of these ones that I put the egg on one side of the shelf instead of the middle, they're all on the left side technically. That was unintentional. Interesting how that happened. Okay. Where has my kitten cat gone? Probably down here. Yeah. Look at you getting yourself stuck on the chimney. Oh, she looks so cute up there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean the baby kittens, they're definitely some of my favorites. They're just, oh, they're so precious. Okay, are you in fact a different dog breed? Yes, you definitely are. I'm trying to look for like any differences in the in the pattern, and there's just none. It is purely color difference. Actually, never mind. I found something on the snout. Okay. This one might be the closest to my well, I suppose I wouldn't exactly say but my family's real life dog, Dakota. He is a Saint Bernard Collie mix. It doesn't quite have as much white, but it's not too far off. Yeah, if I was to retexture any of the wolf variants to look more like him, then it might be this one. I think I got this couch design from Gemini Tay, by the way. This bed with shelves like surrounding it. I only say I think because I'm not entirely sure if I was like explicitly going off of that when I made it. But it is the exact same design that that she made. I don't know if she came up with it either, but yeah, she does have a red mangrove couch of this exact same design in her current Hermitcraft base. It's a really nice design. Very simple and just, you know, conveys the idea well. What else should I do? I think for one thing, I'd like to take some screenshots of this little pie crafter I made. I should get another decorated pot to put over there. I could probably... There's probably something else I could use as decoration in that spot. But I'm not sure. Also, just pot, not decorated. Hello, Kingcraft. Hello again. How is Minecraft going in your day? April 5th. Happy Easter. It's going good. You saw Minecraft's April Fool's update? Got that? Oh, that was funny. This year you control blocks. Yeah, I haven't played around with that, but the Herdcraft update is certainly quite something. It's always fun to see what they do for those silly, those silly updates. A lot of creativity there. for Easter, I was just maybe this could be a good spot for an egg if I wanted to move one or hide another one. I was hiding these little Pride Easter eggs around my base. So in the base I've got 3, and then around my mountain I've got a bunch more just scattered about the place. What's cool right now is House Flipper, the original is free. Interesting. I don't know what that is, but I might look into it. I mean, free games are nice to collect if you're, you know, on the chance you're ever interested. It's on Steam. Yeah, that's cool. I might check it out later. Oh. Hopefully someday I can get a better setup for looking at chat. I have my stream pulled up on my phone off to the side, and it's not the most convenient. I could have it more in front of me, I suppose. I haven't tried that. I do have a happy guest, yeah. They're quite incredible mobs. Oh, I should get a copper golem too, you say? I have a few. Copper golem is a pet or item sorter. Yeah, the way that I've structured this, structured my storage here is actually designed around the copper golems. It will be very inefficient. I'm well aware of that. But I do think this will technically work. They should be able to pathfind to any of these chests. And should eventually be able to find the correct chest. Yeah, I think I was gonna say the best way to get a copper golem is by making them. Obviously that's the only way to get them. I think the best way to get copper chests is to make a copper golem. Because instead of having to make a chest and use 8 iron, you use 1 more iron, no chest, and a carved pumpkin, and then you get the copper chest plus a copper golem for either utility or just decoration, whatever you want it for. So that's what I've been doing. And as for the zombie horses that you're asking about, I actually have several. Yeah, I've come across a few, and I've made a point to keep all of them. It's not I don't think it's my best horse, but this is the one that the main horse I've been using. But yeah, they are pretty neat. This also reminds me, I still need to build a horse stable. I keep not doing that. Eventually I'll get around to it. Netherite horse armor now exists for some reason. It sure does. I think it makes sense that it exists. Because there's diamond horse armor. You should be able to upgrade anything diamond to a netherite. Because that is the mechanic. Pretend they made chainmail horse armor only found in chests. I mean, all of the horse armor is only found in chests. I guess except for the netherite, which you have to find the diamond horse armor in a chest, but then you upgrade it to netherite. Yeah, and then there's also Nautiluses and Nautilus armor, of which I have yet to collect any of that. That is one thing from recent updates that I haven't played around with yet. Oh, I should use regular arrows for this. So many chorus flowers. Is that all of them? I believe so. Oh yeah, this is gonna make arrows rain down on me, huh? I might be in a mild amount of danger. It's fine. Skellington. Okay, I have not managed a single lunge charge. There we go. Ha ha ha. I jinxed it. In, like, a good way. Yeah, that's like one of the coolest things about the lunge enchantment. But it is hard to do. Oh, this is an interesting entrance to this cave. it is nice having a bunch of animals in your home. Might be bordering on too much at the moment, but 'tis lovely nonetheless. Let's see. If you're ever in a desert, will you grab a camel husk at night? I would like to try. Oh, I have more popcorn fruit in here. Yeah, I haven't seen a desert at all in this world, except for a mesa. I have seen a Badlands. I think I did. I didn't explore it. Camel husk is the last main animal you need. So will you get a nautilus as a pet? Yeah, I would like to get a nautilus, for sure. Oh, So I didn't forget about zombie nautilus. But I was recently in a warm ocean, and I didn't think about the special coral zombie nautilus at all while I was there. But that one's really cool. Yeah, I'd love to get both of those. What was I gonna do? Yeah, I would like to collect all of the new mobs eventually. Let's see. I don't know if I've taken a little like sky view of my base like this yet. Oh, what's my seed? Yeah, you can do that without cheats. I'm glad that's a thing. It's this. Oh, that is interesting. I haven't seen the number version of it. That's so small. I feel like normally there's a lot more letters in it. Or not letters, numbers. Yeah, it's on the screen here if you can see it. Oh, is it? It is cut off a little bit. It's 3.5. Yeah, actually I can just put it in chat, I suppose. There we go. Alternatively, I believe just rows. Seeds are usually 19 digits, not 7. Yeah, that's so interesting. I didn't just do a random seed. I put in the word rows, which you can't see that. I guess you kind of can. I'll put the chords on screen, but this is very close to spawn. Also, you're free to do whatever you want with like looking around the seed, but just a heads up, I'm not interested in like learning where anything is through external means. I think I prefer to just discover it myself in survival. Or miss it entirely. That's okay too. My desert is mega far. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I did come across a Badlands recently, which that should have all of the stuff. Aside from like sand, of course, that should have like all of the stuff that I might want. So I'll head back over there sometime. Yeah, I like this. I'm quite fond of this this shading on the roof here. The Badlands that I went to, it was pretty far away. It was off. What direction did I even go in? It was like off that way or something. And yeah, I didn't really explore it at all, because I was looking for a pale garden. Still need to find a pale garden. Oh, there's an iron golem. Well, that's fun. First time seeing one of those around here. Yeah, I suppose someday I might make a very deliberate visit to the desert, out in search of the desert. I do have a very close pale garden that I've already been to, but it was very small, unfortunately, and didn't actually have a creaking heart. Let's see, I can probably go over to it real quick. I think it's just over this way. Yeah, right there. So I've already been over here and collected all of the Pale Garden foliage. But there was no Creaking Heart, which is so sad because these things are they can be very rare. It's fun to have some leaf litter generating in this biome because it gets tinted gray. See, I think yeah, so I can I didn't have any of these eye blossoms either. But I can bone meal the ground to get some more. I have a couple from a wandering trader already. But yeah, even if it's not the craziest, it is cool to have one of these so like relatively close to spawn. And I found it on the way to the stronghold because that is also super close to spawn. Of course, I now have an elytra, so I've been to the end. That stronghold also didn't have any Eyes of Ender in it, which I saw someone say it's not that rare for it to not have any Eyes of Ender, but it is a bit rare. Ow. Well, you know, I haven't thought about this too much, but this Cherry Mountain is starting to look quite a lot nicer. Originally it was just like two small cherry groves right next to each other. Oh yeah, I've been to the Woodland Mansion as well while searching for the Pale Garden. There was there's a very massive dark oak off in like that direction somewhere. And yeah, relatively close. Like compared to what I've experienced with Woodland Mansions, it's a little ways away, but it's pretty close. I don't think it was right by a snow biome. Not that I saw. It was close to a jungle. That'd be crazy if there's an even closer woodland mansion to me. But oh yeah, there is a snow area close to spawn. I haven't been over there at all. That is like a totally unexplored direction. Put the eye blossoms in there. And I'm realizing I don't have any cactus because I haven't been to a desert. Oh, as far as swamps go, there's a super convenient one like pretty close by that I've already been to. And I say convenient because it was the second swamp that I discovered. However, it had a village right next to it, which allowed me to get this swamp librarian. And I'm using the villager trade rebalance, so the swamp librarian has a 100% chance of having mending, which is very cool. It's also the only way to get mending from a librarian in the trade rebalance. What should I put in this pot? I could just put nothing there and act like it's like a cup. Let's see, do I have... I forget what kind of smith this is. But are you a master? Yes, you are. Armor. And there's no iron block for 4 emeralds. Although that does sound familiar. Oh yeah, it's biome dependent, I believe. So yeah, like the librarian and cartographer, which the cartographer has actually been fully implemented now. It's biome dependent trades, and yeah, so I think some of the smiths will have those like block trades, but not the plains one, it appears, because that is a master level. That is a master level armor. Beekeeper villager would be interesting. I wonder if they'll ever add more villager professions. I think a really big one would be a woodcutter, because you know the stone cutter doesn't let you put it doesn't let you cut wood, which means that wood stairs are still very expensive to craft, and it would be quite nice. It'd be quite nice to have a proper workstation for that. A zookeeper that lets you buy spawn eggs. That is is a bizarre idea. As cool as it could be to have a vanilla way to get the spawn eggs, I don't think I don't imagine that'll ever happen. They're meant to be creative items only, and I think that's okay. But some kind of zookeeper profession could be interesting. I don't know what it would do. Let's see, have the chickens in here grown up? I think not. Oh, never mind. I see a warm chicken. It's dangerous to try to go in there. What's my favorite candy? I don't know. There's the extreme warheads. Interesting. I do like sour. I don't know if sour is necessarily my favorite though. It's probably something like Reese's Pieces, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Big fan of chocolate and peanut butter. Oh, but also there's... Oh, I never know what it's called, but there's this one candy that's like... It's a chocolate outside with some nuts in it, which is good, but that's not the most significant part. There's some kind of like, it's not caramel, but some kind of special hard candy inside. Those things are so good. That's probably my favorite, honestly. And I rarely ever have them. But I love those. It's a shame I don't know what they're called. Also, chocolate oranges and chocolate orange sticks. Those are really good. What is my favorite store between Walmart, Target, and Five Below? Well, I can say I've only shopped at Walmart, so I guess that one by default. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done enough shopping to really have like preferences there. Do I like buffet? I assume you mean like buffets, like an all you can eat buffet or something to that extent. Maybe. Which my answer to that would be kind of. I actually really like leftovers. And you don't generally get to keep leftovers at an all you can eat buffet. You know, that's kind of the whole thing, is like you can get a lot of food, but you have to eat it there. And I'm not a big eater, so like, yeah, I don't eat a lot, and I really like leftovers, so buffets are fun, but not particularly well suited towards me. Okay. I'm glad my little character is still yapping. That it would be so sad if the app just like stopped detecting my mic partway through and just wasn't for an just extended period of time for a long while. I think it's probably not a huge concern though. I just need to like not unplug my mic. Let's see. Something I should do. I think first of all, let's finally fill in the rest of these chests. It costs so much wood. Oh my goodness. Nice. Okay. So now this is properly ready to what's the word? Properly ready to actually fill in and organize. Oh, I only have one shroom light. That is so sad. I've not collected any crimson wood. Okay, come along, little Tess. Did she teleport back down? Oh, she did, and then she came right back up. Oh, they're so cute. See, I'm pretty sure, yeah, whenever they teleport, that means that there was an item. Sometimes they bring you a gift and don't go anywhere. They probably technically are teleporting in that same way, but you just don't actually, like, they're not going very far. But yeah, whenever they do go anywhere. Oh. It's so strange that you can't put these on Netherrack. I don't think it matters what type of Nylium I use, though. So the warp should be fine for this. Or maybe not. I can place it. It's not... Either bone meal just doesn't work, or it needs to be crimson Nylium. So let's try with the warped fungus. Yeah, okay. Gotta keep an eye on my my hoe. I got another Shroomlight, which is the main thing that I was looking for. Oh. Okay, I was curious about that. Good to know you do need shears for Nether Sprout. But warped roots you do not. Kali, hello. I do remember you. How's it going? Oh, and how did your college essay go? I believe, or not essay, exam? I think that's what it was. You had to go do that, if I recall. There we go. Yeah, so I'll need to go collect some crimson Nylium at some point. Apparently you do in fact need the corresponding Nylium to grow the trees. They're not trees, but fungus. The exam yesterday was great, but you slept today and skipped today's exam. Oh no. Well, I hope that's not too big of a concern. My sleep schedule has been a mess. You know, I should just have bone blocks in here. That gives me a lot more bone meal. I'm glad your exam yesterday went well, at least. That's good. Let's see. So I'm thinking maybe put some shroom lights here for the light. Because I think I want to put mangrove shelves along here. And the purpose for that will be sorting. Hopefully. I don't know exactly how well this will work. I mean, the sections hasn't really been the issue for me, but yeah, I'll just put items/blocks in the corresponding shelf slot for like what goes generally in that area. You went to the hospital half an hour ago, got the best excuse to do the exam again. Fair enough. You went to the hospital for medical reasons. I hope you're doing all right. Did I make this myself? Yes. This is all my own design that I'm trying out. It's oh yeah, so the shelves, I don't know if I may have gotten inspiration from someone else on that. I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't like, or I do like the item frame method of displaying items, you know, just like in front of the chest. But I think it would irritate me so much to constantly like accidentally click the item frame and rotate the item. I'd have too much like what is it called, like ODC? That doesn't sound right. OCD? That's it, I think. Yeah, I have too much like OCD or something to live with that. So yeah, I think shelves could be a decent alternative to that. Won't be perfect, of course, but it should give me like a general enough idea of like, yeah, where everything is. And then also, well, I'm sure you've noticed the interesting layout with all these platforms. And I suppose to a degree that is like functional for myself, because I can get over to any of these levels. But I've designed this around copper golems. And this is definitely incredibly inefficient. I'm sure this is like one of the most inefficient ways that you can work with copper golems. But I don't want them to just be stuck in the back or something. And I also don't want to have just like a super tiny storage to be more efficient with them. So I've designed it this way where it'll take them a long while to find the correct chest that they're looking for, but they should be able to find it eventually. And they should be able to navigate to any and all of these chests. Never really tried them before. Me neither before this world. I tried them with this setup, but it was a lot smaller. I didn't have this section dug out, so it was just from this level up, and then I had like, I don't know, a fourth the amount of chests in, maybe a third. And that wasn't too bad. That actually worked like pretty well. So now that I have a ton more storage, I'm sure that will slow it down dramatically, but I think it'll be cool. I think it's an interesting design for like adding some automation without caring too much about being super efficient. Maybe 2, just not enough. Copper golems? I probably will need like at least 4 copper golems. But at the same time, the more copper golems you have, the noisier they are. So yeah, I don't know. More efficiency, more noise. So a bit of a trade-off. I also don't know if these shelves will be an issue for pathing. Hopefully not, because they can definitely fit through the space. Or, well, I imagine they can. I can. I guess I don't actually know how big their hitbox is. It's possible it is wider than the players. But hopefully they'll be able to fit through that. Now, another thing. This. I want to set up another automatic composter. So, I need the one chest, and then hopper, double chest, hopper, double chest. That's probably good. Wow, that was like the perfect amount of iron. That's crazy. I'm not sure where I want this. In the house could be nice. I think I'm gonna have some farmer villagers, or one or two farmer villagers over here somewhere, so maybe somewhere around here would be good. I didn't see that message earlier. As long as you can, I bet they can. One would think, but players do have like a less than one block hitbox. Copper golems probably do as well though, so yeah, I would imagine so. But yeah, automatic composters are just so lovely to have. I have one already, but it's all the way on the other side of the mountain, so it's not difficult to get to, but it's a little bit out of the way. Do I have an auto crafter? I do have an auto crafter. It is for a very specific purpose. Actually, I'm a bit low on pies, so I can show you. Yeah, so I've got all the ingredients nicely laid out here. So it's not like it's not as automatic as it theoretically could be, but I put the pumpkin and sugar here. It won't start until it's all the way full. And then I just put the eggs there, and it starts spitting out pies. It is slower than if I just did it myself, but I think this is fun. And there we go. I believe I could make it faster. My redstone knowledge is limited. Let's see, I don't have a good way to get in here. I think I just have to break that. Okay. Yeah, my redstone knowledge is limited, and I'm trying to like do all the redstone stuff myself. So I've just got this very simple little redstone loop that I discovered. Let's see, there's a little redstone torch there. And yeah, if I set this repeater even one shorter, Actually, which direction is this facing? Yeah. So if I set it even one shorter, then the torch burns out. So for this custom design I made myself, this is as fast as it can go. You know, I might improve it in the future, but again, I wanna figure out the redstone stuff myself as much as I can. As for the block with a face, I assume you mean the observer. Although, if you haven't noticed, all of the redstone blocks have a face, including like the crafter. But yeah, observer, I can imagine that would be useful in speeding things up. Okay, now for the hardest part of everything that I do in this game. Picking where I want to put the thing. I'm kind of feeling like around here. Maybe. It's tough because like I want to put like some wheat fields or something in place for villagers, but I don't know exactly where that's gonna go. You know, I'm just gonna put it right here. I think that'll be just fine. Yeah, I try to do well with building. Did I? Oh, that is so silly of me. I didn't even remotely think about it until this moment. I crafted all of the chests that I made into hoppers, but some of those were meant to be double chests and not hoppers. Okay. That's fine. I'm sure I'll have use for hoppers in the future. Oh wait, this. This can be a lot more compact. Except that doesn't work. So... I guess like that. Yeah, that works. And then yeah, I just dump all of the unwanted foliage and whatever plants in that chest, which I believe I do have quite a lot. Yeah. Well, pink petals, I don't know, that like these take up so much space, but as soon as I start using them in a large area, I'm sure I'll burn through them very quickly. So I don't really want to compost those. But the cherry saplings, like I have such a large abundance of those. It's effectively impossible for me to run out. All of the little mews. I'm silly. Well, it's only... It's only appropriate that I would mess that up. Now I can do what I was gonna do at this, or what I was gonna do before. Yeah, the cherry saplings, easy to have. They are, I think, like they've gotta be one of, if not the highest, sapling to log ratios. You get like a decent amount of logs from the cherry trees, not a ton. You know, it's like it's more than I think even like a large oak tree probably. It's probably a bit more than that. And then yeah, you get so many saplings, and I words. I love the saplings. I adore them. I adore the cherry saplings. But I don't need 6 stacks of them. I think 2 stacks as like a backup is pretty good. Okay, hopper. And I could... This is a little bit tight. Whoops. I could set up like a crafter in here to automatically craft the bone meal into bone blocks. I don't think I need to worry about that for a long while. But that could be cool to have. Remember the fact that you don't know anything about your favorite streamer. So where are you from in name? Well, if you're implying that I'm your favorite streamer, that is quite nice. Thank you. Well, I won't give away too much personal info, but I'm from America, as you might be able to guess. The United States, that is. And my name is Rose. Also, you might be able to infer from my username. Yeah, you can also call me Fia. It's a bit of a strange username, but I like to think of the pronunciation as Rosifia. It's kind of like Rose plus Fia. But yeah, like whatever, kind of in that range. So I know fireworks. A couple reasons I want to say. For one thing, like I didn't want to jump immediately to just like full flight capabilities once I got Elytra. You know, if I go to the end, then of course I'll use fireworks there, because I would rather not risk dying to the void. But otherwise, I don't know, I guess I kind of want to leave the door open for still like using a horse and like having more grounded travel. But then also, I don't like how overpowered Elytra firework boosting is. So I think having to use other methods to fly is kind of interesting. So like lunge, You can't lunge in the air, unfortunately. Of course, that would just be infinite flight. But it's a pretty good way of getting off the ground. So that's kind of cool. And then it's a new way in thinking. Elytra do end all other methods. They kind of do, yeah. You know, there's still some uses for other things, but like by and large, you get Elytra and everything else is just kind of dead. But yeah, the lunge is particularly interesting because you technically can do it infinitely, like in the air. It's just a bit awkward the way you have to do it. You can swap. Oh, you can swap off of your Elytra and then back on, and then jab and start flying, and that allows you to continuously do it and gain height. It's a bit awkward, but it does work. And it uses a lot of hunger. You would think you would be able to do it in the item bar, but the problem there is, let's say I swap, like when you swap to the spear, there's a cooldown before you can jab attack. So you can't ever swap off of your spear. Yeah, that is an important thing to know, because otherwise it would seem like that's the obvious way to do it. But yeah, I kind of wish that lunge did just work while you're gliding. You know, I don't know if that would like maybe trivialize rockets, but it does use up a lot of hunger, as you can see. So there is a cost, and I think an enchantment is a bit more interesting than fireworks. But I don't know. Any animal farms I have? I do have a few. If I go over here. Not these are all just they're just like free wandering animals along the mountaintop. But over here I have a barn. So I've got sheep, cows, and chickens. And quite a lot of them. No pigs, because frankly, I think they're a little bit useless to farm compared to the others. They're kind of just cows, but no leather. You're really a fan of the color pink, huh? Yeah, a little bit. Not my favorite color. Not quite my favorite color, but it is up there. Oh, how did the worm chicken of all possibilities get out? Well, I don't think there's any hope of me getting that one back in. I got very unlucky getting this worm chicken in my base. I brought a stack and 4 eggs, so 20 brown eggs, and I only got 1. Is that rare? Not exactly. The worm chickens spawn in warm biomes. Chicken. The worm chickens spawn in warm biomes like, well, the desert. Do they spawn in the desert? No. Savannas. I think savannas are like the main one. Also jungles. And so it's just a matter of if there's a warm biome nearby. Likewise with the cold chickens, they spawn in cold biomes. And then they're technically the easiest to get to your base because you just need to get their egg, their unique egg, and then bring that to your base and then hatch the corresponding variant from the egg. But you still have to get lucky with the chicken actually spawning from the egg. I don't really know a lot of the last update, to be honest, so you're learning things here. That is fair. Drops have been... It's been kind of a lot. It's smaller updates, but there's 4 a year now. So these were all added last year in the first drop of the year, the Spring to Life drop. Yeah, there's also warm and cold variants of the cows and pigs. Don't have any of them in my base because for those you have to actually bring the mobs physically. You can't just bring the eggs because of course they don't have any. But yeah. What about mob farms like Gunpowder or Bones? I do not have any of those, but I do have a little bit of an XP farm with a zombie grinder that I found. I think zombie... Well, debatably spiders. Spider spawners I've heard are the worst to make farms of. zombie spawners are probably the worst after that, but I have not found a skeleton spawner. So zombie spawner is what I have to work with. But yeah, let's see. I can go show that off. Your best farm was Enderman in the end. It's pretty easy. Yeah, Enders, I believe they're called, are definitely a very powerful one. I don't know if I'll ever make one of those myself. I don't know, I don't want to go too hard with the automation of things. But it's cool that you can, that there's stuff like that. I kinda... I think I want to do this. You're the boss here. Do what you want, and I will watch. Seems reasonable. This is just a random thought I had to try, random thing I wanted to try, but I think this is a really fun thing you can do with bricks, where you can use slabs and stairs to like indent them in certain places. And so it just like, it gives an even more brick-like feel because it's taking advantage of how the texture is structured. You like it? I'm glad. Yeah, I think that's cool. But yeah, this is my zombie XP farm. Oh my goodness. The reason this zombie is taking so many hits is it's technically not a new thing in the new drop, but it's a fix to an existing feature. I don't know how long it's been, I guess, supposed to be in the game. I don't know if it's ever worked. But there's a thing called like zombie leaders or something like that. I think they're particularly supposed to exist in zombie sieges, You heard that before? A zombie leader or something? Yeah, there's like there's a special type of zombie that exists in zombie sieges. Maybe other circumstances as well. Cause I don't know. I don't know if zombie sieges exist with spawners. Maybe they do. But yeah, so these zombie leaders will spawn, and they were always supposed to have bonus health, but they never. There was a bug where they just didn't, and in the most, I believe in the most recent drop, they fixed that bug, and so now sometimes zombies will have like, I think as much as like 80 health or something. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, so sometimes you get zombies like this one, where even though it is not wearing any armor, it just keeps tanking hits. I haven't experienced it a ton in combat, but I do think it's really cool that that's a thing. Oh yeah, and then another thing that I have is so I don't have to just sit in here while waiting for zombies to pile up. I have a little fishing pond. You can put trident and it will be auto XP farm. That, I wonder if that's true on Java. You might be talking about Bedrock Edition. I know Bedrock Edition has something like that, where you can like, I think you maybe do something with slime blocks, and you get a bunch of tridents to constantly be like getting bounced around. I don't really know if it works on Java. Yeah, I'm not sure if it does or not. I know it didn't, and then there was at least one snapshot where it did. There was something happened where it did start to work on Java, but I think they patched it out, so I don't think it is a thing, but I could be wrong. Regardless, that is a cool thing on Bedrock. I think there's some other issues with it where like it makes some things possible, but messes with other stuff. So that would have been why, I imagine that would have been why they fixed it on Java if they did. But yeah, it is a very interesting thing that exists on Bedrock Edition. An XP farm that I probably will set up is a silverfish XP farm. And if you're unaware, those are possible as of tricky trials. Oh, that is kind of a crazy copper helmet. I think I have to hold on to that. What's my plan for this stream? Build something or farm something you want? Well, that's the thing. I already did my plan for this stream, actually. Since it's Easter, or was Easter, without you? Oh, I'm so sorry. It was meant to be a shorter stream. Kind of more normal length at this point. But yeah, since it was Easter, not necessarily anymore, but it was Easter when I started. I wanted to put these little custom pride eggs around my base. So yeah, there's a bunch of them scattered about in various places in my base. Right, I should explain. So I have some resource packs. These are all made by myself. I haven't released all of them. I do intend to eventually, but this one, Fractures Plus, I haven't released this version, but I've released Fractures 3D. This is like my main pack that I've released, and it has a lot of the same functionality but as 3D items. And one of the cool things is there's item renames, and that's something that you could do with like Optifine for a long while, but they recently made it possible in vanilla. So yeah, I've been making use of it with my resource pack. And that's why my spears look this way. You might not know about spears since they're another new item, but these are a new weapon added, and normally they are just they're spears, but I've renamed both of these so they have more unique designs. Same with my pickaxe here. So these are functionally, they're just like normal tools, but I've given them special textures. And then I have these special eggs as well. And there's a few other things, like I have some custom totem of undying textures. I'll definitely use some of those once I get those items. But yeah. So I went around and placed some of these custom eggs in my base. You know, the spear, just not really the colored eggs, that's all. Fair enough. But yeah, these are one of the sillier things I have in my pack, but I think they're cute. You understand now it's you don't touch. Yeah. Yeah, I've started taking a little bit of a vanilla plus approach to the game. I have a bunch of things in my pack, like these vertical fence posts are unfortunately not vanilla. Yeah, I could disable this temporarily to showcase, but yeah. They still look like this normally. Potions are another big thing that I've adjusted. Let's see this one. This is one of my favorite things that I've done. I've made all of the potions visually distinct from each other. So they have these little particle effects as well as different bottle shapes depending on if they've been strengthened or lengthened. Potion of Regeneration here is a good example. I really like these. I think these are really cool. Like it, it's not too much like others, just perfect. Thank you. I try to keep it very like vanilla feeling. Some things, it's easy to get a little carried away or go just like too extra with things. And I've tried to not go too overboard. In some cases I might a little bit, but hopefully for the most part it's all pretty good feeling. There's also some other things like firework rockets. This is based on the crossbow firework texture. Yeah, I changed these. I think those look really nice. I changed the map texture. That one I'm also really pleased with. Name tags are another fun one with item renames. So it goes from blank to that. And there's some custom ones for Easter eggs. So you draw it yourself? Yeah. Yeah, all of these textures are done by myself. The colors are generally all just like color picked from the items, which I think is a fine approach to take. But yeah, I don't have anyone else working with me or anything. There we go. Pufferfish should go in here probably. Another big thing that you may have noticed is items like armor And plants showing up as 3D when held. This is very much not vanilla. Goodness. But I feel these are like... I feel these are somewhat appropriate for vanilla, as like, you know, blocks show up as 3D. And my thinking is kind of that anything that has like a presence in the world, so like you can place blocks, you know, you can wear armor, so anything like that, I have it display as 3D when you're holding it, or when it's like in a shelf here. Thank you. Yeah. I think all those little details are fun. I really ought to release this version of the pack though soon. Because yeah, as much as I like the 3D items that I have, I personally I still prefer the regular look to things. And yeah, I wanna give more people access to that as well. I am quite proud of this this 3D pack though. If you're interested in seeing a little bit of it. It aims to add things in a similar style as the Trident. Trident and like the Spyglass. Yeah, I think it's nice. Haven't done every item. I think I am going to eventually. Torches might be like the most subtle and like one of my favorites in 3D. This is also in the other version of the pack. It's nice for sure and make it more fun. Thank you. When I have these subtle 3D doors, probably haven't even noticed, but I think these are really nice as well. It keeps a little bit of the vanilla like plain, I guess, with some of the transparent area in the center, but then it has like a proper 3D frame. I like that a lot. I have these 3D eggs as well. That is really fun. I like that a lot. One of my goals with my packs is for things to be very customizable. Like you can really the eggs look pretty good in 3D. Yeah. Oh, you bet you are my most loyal fan. It's quite bold, but perhaps true. I can't say I have a whole lot of fans so far, so perhaps. Let's see, yeah, potions are another thing that the 3D potions are another one I really like. The shapes don't translate quite as well. They're all just different sized squares. But I think it works well enough. Actually, I kind of want to go look at more of the Easter eggs in 3D. Don't forget you when I become a millionaire streamer in the future. I'll try not to, and I'm sure that's totally gonna happen. It might. That would be quite lovely if it did. Yeah. Oh yeah, normally items they continue, or they look 2D when dropped, but projectiles, I have to have them be 3D so that they look 3D when I throw them, or when they're thrown. Because for the thrown state, or like the launch state, they specifically use their dropped state. So unfortunately those are connected, but it does mean it's brief, but they look 3D when they're thrown, which is fun. Yeah, I want to have my packs be very customizable in like what you have selected. Horse? What? How? Huh? Oh, I guess here. I suppose I need to get rid of that. That is so funny. Okay, let's get you out of here. There we go. They can jump after all. You're not wrong. The lead I also have little 3D model for. Yeah, I do like this pack a lot. Eggs might be a good one as like just a completely isolated option. I have them bunched with all of the projectiles currently, but it might be nice to have those isolated. Maybe. Actually, yeah. I think I should, because the other eggs in the game are all 3D. So there is grounds for wanting specifically the eggs to be in 3D and not other projectiles. It's very nice resource packs and impressive. Made them myself. Thank you. Yeah, you can find them on Modrinth if you are interested in using them yourself. Of course, no worries if not. But yeah, they're pretty much all labeled as, or they pretty much all start with fractures. That's kind of like the series name. Send link in chat. I won't send a link, but let's see. That's the site name, Modrinth. It's also on like Planet Minecraft. Well, really just that one. As an alternative. But yeah, so you can go to one of those sites and just search up fractures, and it should show up. You could also just search up fractures 3D, and it might come up from that. Let's see. Yes, that is the potions pack. And then, does it let you look at the creator? Oh yeah, there it is. Oh. I guess I haven't released the 3D potions pack as a separate thing. I'll do that eventually. Like that one the most, it will make life so much easier. Yeah, no, I think it is my favorite. Like that is, I think, my most proud and like my most, what I think is my most vanilla feeling pack that I've done. I think it just does a really good job at adding variety to all of the potions. So I'm glad you like it. I've I've harvested so very much netherwort. I'm probably never gonna use anywhere near all of this, but if I ever do want to build with red netherwort bricks, then I'm gonna need a lot. So yeah, that's why I've collected so much of this. I'll be gone for a few minutes. I think I'm actually gonna get off because I have been streaming about like 2 hours longer than I intended to. So yeah, I don't know what time it is for you, but have a good night, or have a good day / night. It's okay then. See you next stream. Yeah. Yeah, whenever you can stop by again. It'll be nice to have you. I will try to stream tomorrow, but we'll see. (11:39 p.m.) So very much night. Yeah, have a good night. It's a bit later for me where I am. Oh, you mean AM? Okay. So morning then. The opposite. Then have a good day. Goodbye. See you whenever you next stop by. Yeah. yeah, that was a surprisingly eventful stream. I don't know if it's just coincidence, but I do seem to be getting more people in chat lately. So that's nice. Gotta learn how to balance like reading chat versus playing the game. It's lovely having people in chat, and I'm happy to respond to things, but it does also, right? It has equaled like less attentiveness in the game. So yeah, gotta get a bit better at that. Trying to do both. But to be very clear, very happy to have people talking in chat. Nothing at all wrong with that. But yeah, definitely was a longer stream than I anticipated, which is fine. Yeah, I was kind of just intending to place those eggs around the place, and then it turned into a little bit more than that. But yeah, that was fun. I think oh yeah, I'll try to stream tomorrow. There's a good chance that I'll play something other than Minecraft. Probably like Hollow Knight. But I don't know. And I also, there's a chance I might be busy with something tomorrow. I don't know how potentially time consuming it might be. But yeah, we'll see. Anyways, I think that will be all for today. I shall see you later. Farewell.